There we go. Hello, my legion. Hey, this is finally a gauntlet of 80s grindhouse. Filming in the daytime. And there's 4 movies. I saw 3 of them, and I'm going to see the 4th one, and I'm going to add that on after this. Now, the first one is called Prime Evil. I keep confusing that with a Karen Black movie, because it came out in 89, and Karen Black did a movie with Evil on it back in 89, and it's called Eternal Evil, which I still haven't seen. You know, I should have seen it when I had a chance in Germany because it was all over and I didn't see it. I don't know why. But Prime Evil is about satanic monks searching for victims for their sacrificial ceremonies. Pretty cool. And basically, this is a good movie about evil monks. And it's one girl going to infiltrate them. And, you know, this one guy wants to overthrow and become the head monk, head evil monk. And they do like these sacrificial ceremonies and stuff like that, kill people. The biggest problem is it's an R-rated movie with lots of nudity and violence, and graphic violence. Well, enough. But whoever released it and bothered the report for this movie wanted to make it PG-13, so they cut out all the nudity and all the graphic violence and almost all the swearing, and it looks like crap. That's a big problem, because you can tell that they edited it out. They edited it out really, really bad. I mean, even with that, it's still a really good show. So maybe check that out. Now, the second one is the one called FLESHBURN. FLESHBURN is really good. That's the one I have. That's the one that won out of the 4. Out of the 4 movies, I put a scene on after, and I checked on Video Manager, and it's fine. No problem. I'll say I have no problem with it. Well, anyways. A wrongly confined mental patient escapes to track down and kill those who hospitalized him. This is a great movie. This is the one you should see. Basically, he takes these people out to the desert to leave them to die. And he does mess with them somewhat. And it's a survivalist movie. And it's probably, I think it was made around 82 to capitalize on successful movies like First Blood and Lone Wolf McQuade. And even though in First Blood, he's a Vietnam veteran, but he's a bad guy. First Blood, of course, Sylvester Stallone was a good guy. And it was made to capitalize. It's in this list of horror movies. I don't consider it a horror movie. I consider it like a Western adventure action. And I strongly suggest all you check that out. That's a good movie. Just try to seek it out. It might be tough to find, but it's good. I have like a 5-minute clip of the movie after all this is done. Alright? And that's the one I highly recommend. Out of the other ones I recommended, and these, out of the others I reviewed in these, that's the one I highly recommend. It's called FLESHBURN. It's spelled one word. If you get a chance, check it out. Oh, I got a Pepsi too. Open it up. Have a drink. Oh God, that's good. Alright. Now, and I saw FLESHBURN a long time ago. Because 3 of these movies I saw while I was in the Army. And FLESHBURN and the one I'm going to review next, I saw in the Army. And then it's weird because I'll show you how good FLESHBURN was. There's this one girl that in the Army named Lisa Anderson. She used to live next door where I lived. We had co-ed. It was like a co-ed thing. And she was the most cynical person ever. You know, people were talking about, well, I don't want to grow up and be in my 40s and stuff like that. You know, because we were on our 20s. And she said, well, I figured out the time I'm going to die. And I was really nuts. You know, and she hated everything. And I remember I was working with her, and we both out watched the movie, and she actually liked the movie. I couldn't believe it. For someone who hates everything, she hadn't liked the movie, so that must be a recommendation also, you know. I highly suggest all you check out FLESHBURN. That's the movie of the 8 I did. That's the movie I strongly recommend. Alright, the next movie is called LURKERS. LURKERS. A group of hell's undead lure innocent victims to their death in order to increase their numbers. Don't let this description fool you. I saw LURKERS back just by accident. I was checking out the horror section of this one video place. It's weird because they had a main room. All these video places, if you weren't allowed to come in if you were under 18. And there's a room, and the room had like horror, science fiction, kung fu, and porno in the whole room. You know, and then the other room had like comedy and drama and like stuff like, and then also music videos are right next to the corner. You know, and Lurkers was right there, and I decided to see it. It starts out fine with this little girl and her crazy mother. You know, first it starts out okay, but after that, oh my God, it sucks. I mean, it sucks really bad, and then all this Hell's Undead. The makeup effects are awful. I mean, it's just a horrid, horrid movie. It's so boring. You know, I would definitely, you know, when I said Hell's Undead I mean, it sounds more interesting. It's a bad movie. Lethargic acting. Like they look like they were more bored than I was watching the movie. They were in it. Awful. And just uninvolving and boring and stuff like that. The first 10 minutes, alright, set up a thing, and then it loses everything after that. Avoid Lurkers like the plague. It sucks that bad. I'm gonna go see the next movie, the HEARSE. I haven't seen it yet. I've just been busy watching wrestling and catching up on other shows, oddities. I have a crazy work schedule and stuff like that, so I'm trying to get everything caught up. I'll watch that and I'll review it. Now, the one thing about the HEARSE is I saw it back in Fort Detrick, Maryland, back in, 1991? And I remember it was boring as hell. So hopefully I'll like it a lot better than I did back then. And I'll let you guys know what I think when I come back, okay? Take care, my Legion. I'll see you in a little bit to review the HEARSE. Hello again, my Legion. I'm back. I just saw the HEARSE. And I remember when I saw it in 1991 in Fort Detrick, Maryland, I hated it. I thought it was boring as hell. I saw it again. I loved it, which is awesome. Redemption for a movie. Because I love movies, and a movie just redeemed itself in my eyes. That's brilliant. And the synopsis for this is, Jane moves into her deceased aunt's house and becomes haunted by an old black hearse and a sinister driver. Now, this is a ghost story, you know. It's PG rated, because I remember when I was in 5th grade, I wasn't allowed to see horror films or anything like that. But since it was PG rated, I was going to ask my parents if they'd take me to see it. I never did. Because right before then, Don't Answer the Phone came out, which was rated R. Then this one came out, which was PG. And it was my introduction to Crown International Films. And I didn't see either one of those till much later, but those are the first 2 commercials I saw for Crown International. And you'll see that I did a history of Crown International before. But the movie was really good. It's a ghost story. And this girl went to this house, and the house is not popular, and she was not popular because she moved from the house. I don't want to give away too much, but Joseph Cotton's in it. And the one really cool thing is she gets freaked out. She drives off in a car. She goes to this cafe. Guess who run the cafe? Chuck Mitchell. And this was 2 years before he became famous for playing Porky in the Porky's movies. That's the famous guy who played Barnum the Porky in the 3 Porky's movies. And then he was also in the Trumbo movie Hollywood's At. So, the 4 movies I reviewed are Primeval, which is really good. FLESHBURN, which is the best one, awesome one. That's the one that there's a scene for the movie from. LURKERS, which sucks. It's the worst. Don't even bother seeing it. And the HEARSE, which redeemed itself in my eyes and was really good and really awesome. So, take care, my Legion. And don't be afraid of the daylight. This is the escape from FLESHBURN. This is the scene I decided to put in my video. Stay The hospital for the criminally insane. Okay. He's getting out of bed. He's pissed off because he has to go to work tomorrow at Lesco's like I do. He's getting ready to break out. FLESHBURN. I'll help you. Help you come over. Get smart. Don't run out. Get the big bag. Don't be a fog. I'm not.